So welcome. With regards the assessment that was given, were you able to open it? The
Yes, I was. Yes, I
you
was.
run it.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so what did you do before you run it?
Nothing really. I just when I unzipped the file, I double clicked, and it just gave me a prompt to run the to run the file. But first, it will not run unless it's working with a particular database. So I just did create data analytics assessments DB, then
So you created a
use
database
yes,
first.
yes, then I just use that database, and it
So
worked.
basically, what I'm going to do is I will. Oh, it's fine. Basically, what I'm going to do is I should root. Yeah, I will just start from the beginning, assuming um you didn't know what to do. So I'm going to I'll drop the database. Cowrywise database. What's the system? Uh, oh, sorry, I'm supposed to say drop database, which is why it is really important. Okay, so it is dropping. It has dropped. So the first thing you're supposed to do is to, like you earlier said, create a database. Otherwise, it's not that you have nothing to run with. Make sure you refresh. When you create the database, you make it the active database by saying use. Then you can then start running their codes, all of it. So I've done the first one. So you just take them one by one. Um, so from again, I will just run everything one by one. Uh, yep, up to here. I'll run it, refresh. It has created one table for me. Again, I don't like the name of the table, so I'm going to change it. So you run them one after the other. So I think it's inserting data. Create the next table. Please, at any point in time you can't hear me, please let me know. Refresh. You can see the next.
Okay.
This is to insert data to the table. Um, okay, sorry about that. So I think I'm just going to use. You know, so if your PC is not fast, you might encounter issues, certain issues, like it being very slow.
Yes, my own, and the fan was making one noise.
Yeah, this going to test your PC. It's going to test your PC strength because they really wrote a lot of um, um queries here,
Yes.
very heavy queries. So it's inserting data. Just allow it. It's going to take some time before it is done. If you don't even do it, take your time, do it one by one. You might encounter certain problems. Um, okay, so I think it is done. I'll run the next table. Refresh. You can see the next table. Then I will insert data into it. It has finished. Run the next table. I don't like the name of the table though. I'm going to be changing it. Refresh. The next table is there. Then you do insert. In this table, the withdrawal is so long as well. Okay, so it is done. Then you refresh. Now that I'm done with it, I will just open a new query tab and I'll start playing. So like I said, the first thing I want to do is actually to rename my table because I don't like the table. So I'll just say table name. I'll say rename table. I would say the plans underscore plan. I want to change it to just plan. That's what I want to do. I'll rename it. You can see that everything is successful here. Let me raise this up so that we can see the response and see everything is successful here. If I refresh, you can see that the plans underscore plans will change to plan. I also want to change the user customer. The customer is custom user. So I want to change it to customer or user. Anyone is fine. Because the name is just too long, so I'll just say customer, then I'll say user underscore, I think it's users underscore customer. It has worked fine. Sorry, who's joining us? Oh, I didn't even know people are these people or just, I don't know, a lot of, we just remove these guys from the call. Yes. Because these note takers are not really helping my situation. They are not around, but their AI is available for session. Can you imagine? Very funny. So again, this is just my choice of renaming because I don't really want to have to type. So withdrawal will just be the withdrawals underscore withdrawal will just be withdrawal. And the savings, I think I'll just leave it as savings. So now that I'm done, again I will refresh so that I can now have my new name. So the next thing I want to do, I want to create a procedures to view my tables because I don't want to view everything. I just want to view some part of it. Because if I say select all from customer, oh no, let me just say savings for instance. It's going to take a little bit of time to run, and if I then want to see do a count of the rows I'm actually running, I have about a 163,736 rows, and I really don't want to have to be doing that every time. What I would like to do is just to create a procedure that will help me view the first 5 rows of every table at every point in time. So I will start by saying delimiter, and I would use the double forward slash, and I would see create procedure, and I will name the name of the procedure. So I want to view customer, or I'll just say view user. I'll put the place for the parameter. I will say as, then I will say begin, then I would say select all from customer. Again, that's just me. Then I'll just say limit to 5. Just give me the 5 rows. First 5 rows, I'll say end. So I begin, anytime you begin something, you always have to do end. Just create a transaction. I'll say end, then I'll say /, then I'll say end it with delimiter. Delimiter, then space, then forward, the hyphen. Oh, I don't think I need to use this as. Apologies. I don't need the as. So I will just highlight everything from the delimiter to the end of the delimiter and the semicolon. I will run my code and you can see it is working. How do I know? All I need to do is just to refresh and go to my stored procedure and I can see my stored procedure. Now for me to use this stored procedure, I'll just say call and I'll just call the name of my procedure, which is what? View underscore user. And I'm done. And I can see the first 5 rows. So I'm going to do the same thing for again, you don't need to do this, but for me I'll just do that. So I'll do the same thing for plans. I'll say view plan. I will tell you the reason why there is a this is a parameter bracket. It takes parameter and I'll show you the reason why. I'm going to run this. I'll just refresh. I'll see my view plan here. This one will be savings. Again, I don't want to do it. I just want to do it in the same place so I don't have to I'm not going to gain anything by copying and writing different queries for the different procedure. It's really not going to add any value. So the next thing is withdrawal. So I'll say withdraw and that's a view withdrawal. I didn't even see the withdrawal part until now, apparently. So again, this is just me creating a procedure just to view my table because I don't want to have to be typing it every time. Now that I'm done, we'll then go to the question proper. So I'm going to go to the number 1 question. They said so they gave certain guide. So they said owner ID is foreign key to the ID primary key in the user table. Plan ID is a foreign key to the ID in the plans table. Saving plan is regular equal 1. Investment plan is regular saving equal 1. Investment plan is fund equal 1. Confirmed amount is the field for value of inflow. Amount withdrawn is the field for value withdrawal. All amount fields are in Kobo, so you should know that. Again, so the first question is I want to find a high value customer with multiple products. The scenario they are giving is they said the business want to identify customer who have both a saving and an investment plan. Cross-selling opportunity. What is the task? Write a query to find out the customer with at least one funded saving plan and one funded investment plan sorted by total deposit. The reference table they think you are going to use are these 3 tables. So what are they expecting? A owner ID, a name. You can see the name here. You can see the savings account, savings count, investment count, and total deposit. And so this is what they are expecting. Mr. Abiola, welcome. So the first thing I'm just going to do is from the user table or the customer table, what do they need here? They need this ID, right? They need the first name and last name to be one name. That is what they need. What is the second thing they need? We'll say call view underscore savings. From the savings table, they want to know, sorry, oh, from the savings table, they want to know total deposit, mostly uh, confirmed amount. Then you have the relationship between the user table or the customer table and um, the savings table. We have owner ID. Owner ID here is a foreign key uh, for the primary key of ID in the user table. They are letting you know. The other thing also they wanted to know is the plan. What type of plan are these guys using? So they said um, is regular underscore saving is one, it means saving plan, and is a fund is investment plan. So I think it's somewhere around here. So we have is regular here, is regular saving, which is saving plan, then is a fund is somewhere around here, I think. Sorry about that. Again, there's an easy way to check this. All see is a fund here. If you want to look at the all the columns, this columns is very long. If you want to look at all the columns in a table, you can use um, um, the describe syntax, and you just say plans. That's you call the name of the table plans. Then it will then show you the different column and the fields associated to those columns. You have the fields, the type, the data type. Is it a key? What type of key? Is it nullable? And things like that. So you can see the key for this one is primary. Owner ID. This is I don't know why they call it new, but let's go back to plans. You can see that this is a foreign key. How do you know that? If I click down, go to foreign keys, I can then see my different foreign keys. Hidayat, welcome. So basically they are interested in the is a fund and is regular underscore saving. So that is what they are interested in the savings table. How then do you relate it? So usually I would advise that anytime you are writing things like this, modularize your query. Build small, write complex. So for the customer table, this is what they require. So this is what they require for the customer table. How do I know that this is what they require? I'll go back to the question. You have your owner ID, which is a foreign key in the savings table, and is a primary key in our customer table. You have your name. So this will take care of the customer table. For the savings and investment count, you will get them where in the plan table. The total deposit, which is confirmed amount, you get them where in the savings table. So I have gotten my first table. How then do I get the name? I will do concat. Then I'll concatenate the name, right? Then I'll then give it an alias as what name. But of course, this concatenate is not complete because the name is combined. I have to give a space by creating an empty space so that I can create a space between the name. So this is our name. For the plan table, right? The plan table, what do we need there? We need the owner ID, which is a foreign key in this customer table, is a for this owner ID is a primary key in the customer table. What do we then need? We also need the ID of this particular table, of this plan table, right? Because if you go to the describe, if you go to the savings, you see plan ID in savings. And let me describe the plan, let me do the description of this table. So we have ID of this particular table is an integer. The savings ID, we don't need that. What do we need? We need the confirmed amount, which is the total deposit. And if we scroll down a little, you will see plan ID. I think there should be a P somewhere. This is the plan ID. So this plan ID is what? Is a primary key in the plan table. So that's, and so basically the plan ID or the primary key for the plan is a foreign key in the savings table. So that's a way to connect the tables together. So we have the ID for this, the owner ID. So this ID is a foreign key in the savings table. This owner ID or this ID is a foreign key in the plan table. So that's the way to connect the two of them together. As for the plan, we are looking for is underscore regular underscore savings. That's for the savings plan. Because if we go down here, you will see that savings plan is anytime is underscore regular is underscore savings is 1. The investment plan is a fund equal 1. So basically, if we want to do a count of it, we have to include these particular columns. We will now say from what? From our plans table. And once we are done with that, we can then see our please, can somebody send this person a link to this particular session? Does anybody have? Okay, let me just send it to them. Okay, so this is our now. How then do we get? Because they say for savings plan, this is underscore or is regular saving is 1. Then for his investment plan, if this is 1. So you can see this particular owner now does not, it neither have a saving plan and investment plan. How then do we filter it out? We then say where is underscore regular underscore saving is not equal to 0. I like to use is not equal to 0. I'll then say or is a fund not equal to 0. You can say is equal to 1 if you want, but basically so it's either this guy is not equal to 0 or this guy is not equal to 0. So or so this particular owner has, or this particular customer has investment plan. This one has savings plan, investment plan, savings plan, only like that. There are some that have 1. You will see them. Where are they? You get to see them somewhere. I think they exist, but I have to find that out. I have to mentally look for it. But they should be somewhere around here. I think, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so now we've gotten the plans or the user that has either an investment or a savings from the plan. Now, how then do we then check for total deposit? We will then go to our savings table. Select What are we looking for? We are looking for plan ID here. Let me just say from savings so that I'll be able to get. We're also looking for confirmed amount. So how then do we know if this amount is actually confirmed or not? Let me show you guys something. If I say call view savings, you can see our confirmed amount here, right? But how then do we know if this is a deposit? We look at the transaction status, if it is successful. We can either look at that, or we would say our verification is 200. Verification call 200, it means whatever you did is successful. But just so that we can look at it, we can see that transaction status here is success, and we can see the confirmed amount is this, right? That's inflow, deposit, based on what they told us here. Confirmed amount is inflow, so that's deposit. So we can look at this verification successful and look at it here to see if success means an amount has shown, or if 200 means an amount has shown. Now, if you say you want to use the 200 alone, this is what's going to happen. Let's go to select distinct, and let us observe our verification call code. What type of distinct kind of okay, so you have 200, which is anytime you see 200 is successful. If you see 400, I think is an error. 412 is also an error. Empty means something else. So how then do we do this confirmation? So we would say, just to check, we would say confirmed amount, comma, what else? We have transaction status. So we want to start so you can see that the transaction status is failed here, and this is zero inflow, and this verification call code is 200. It means, and this 200 means success, whatever it is successful. So apparently it is not successful here because there was no inflow here. And you see, this is failed, this is, so 200. So verification call code is not the best thing to use, because we are seeing inflow here is 0, but transaction status is failed because nothing entered, but it's showing verification call code 200. So it means that we will not bother with this guy here, with this column here, even though 200 means something was successful. But if you notice, failed is synonymous to zero inflow. If you notice that, I don't know what the reward is. But failed is synonymous to again, we can check it. We can say let's remove this verification code because we don't call code, because we don't need. We'll say where transaction underscore status, like, then we'll just say I'll just say field. I don't know if this will work, or it will work. So we have field, and we'll just observe all failed here is 0. All failed here is 0. So anything that is failed is 0. Then we can then say, okay, let us look at the type of entry they had for transaction status, so that we'll see the most likely entries that are there, just to see it. I'll say from savings, and then we'll see. So we have success, failed, we have charge attempted cannot be fulfilled at this particular point in time. We have reward, expired card. So they have different things. But what we are looking for mostly, successful, success. I don't know what reward is. I don't know what earning is. So reward maybe is maybe they dash them something. Redemption maybe, I don't know, but this doesn't look like something we should look at. But I think what we should look at is successful as well as success, right? So if I say distinct, and I'll now give a condition, I'll say where transaction status, transaction status, like, I'll just say success, I think. Let me run it again. Oh, I only have success. I'll say maybe starts with success. So I can see both success and successful. So we're actually going to use this, right, to then, again, I'll copy this guy here. I'm going to paste it here. Then we have our plan ID here that we want to use to connect the plan table to the savings table. So would I then have my deposit as well as the transaction status. I guess we are going to see successful somewhere. I don't know. Let me make this a subquery just to confirm if my successful is part of this particular table. As I'll see where transaction status is successful. Just to type it. I want to type it directly just to see. Okay, so we have successful too. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, cool. So it means that it is part of it. Well, I think I'm good here. Yep, I'm good here. So what are they looking for from this place here? They are looking for total deposits. Is that not? They are looking for total deposit. We actually don't need this transaction status again because we've agreed here that we've already captured the success. So we don't need this transaction status. They are looking for deposit. What are we going to do? We want to look for total deposit. So we now say sum confirmed amount as what? Total what? Deposit. So what's the next thing we are going to do? We will now say group by plan ID. So we then have our total deposit by plan ID. Then let's then go back to our plan ID. What are we looking for? we are looking for, sorry, we are looking for a count of savings and investment. That's what we are looking for, right? So we can then say we are going to sum this guy up. So we say sum as what? Savings count. Then we'll do sum of this as investment count. Then what are we going to group them by? We're going to group them by ID and owner ID. Oh, sorry, I said is instead of ID. Apologies for that. Then I will then run this one. So I've gotten my okay. So I have okay, I understand my ID. I have actually this is supposed to do a count for me, but apparently it is not. Anyways, it's fine. I group them by what? Anyways, then I can then do um I can then do a join between this table, and where's my last table, and this particular table here, because I have my client ID here that is related to this ID here, and I have my owner ID here that's related to this ID here. So I can actually do um a a join. So I'm supposed to be able to do a count, right? I don't know what's happening here. This is weird. This is not supposed to show me like this. It's supposed to show me in yeah, it's still showing me ones and zero, but it's supposed to show me in um hmm, it's supposed to show me, what I'm expecting here is numbers, and it's not showing me. It's still numbers, but it's still showing me one and zero, which I wasn't expecting that. Give me a moment. This is interesting. Oh, interesting stuff. GD. Okay. Interesting. Anywho, it's fine. Um, Okay, so I think instead of me doing the sum here, I would not do that here now because it's not. I'm trying to understand why it is not making sense, but it's supposed to do like a sum for me. I'm not going to sum it here now. Rather, I'm going to do a join. Now, for this particular customer, for the different customers that we have here, I want to believe that we have a unique amount of customer. There are customers that don't have name, which is interesting. So I think I'm going to seclude those that don't have name because there is no use. So I'll just say where I want to see what doesn't have name here, but let me remove this concat first to see what doesn't have name. Either the first or last name, so that I'll be able to tell. Oh, so no first last name. So I'm going to remove. I can say where first name or last name is null, and so I think it's going to remove. Oh, it's not null. Sorry. Or you can say um where not anyone is fine. Yep. So it's going to remove the anything that has null. Just so that we are very there I can see some that has some null. Oh, look at interesting. Or I can say where instead of using is not null, I'll just say where first name is not empty, something like this. Right. Let's see what's going to happen to that. Ooh. So we don't have empty space. Cool. So this is better. So we can basically then do a count of this just so that we are sure. Again, I want to remove all doubts, so I just want to be sure. So I'll just make this a subquery just to see what we have here. Okay, so sorry, I'm supposed to name the table as an alias as T. I'll just do this. I have a 1,799. If I say count distinct, let's see what it is going to show. I think an error, but yeah. Maybe distinct ID. Okay, so it's fine. I just wanted to check. I hope there is no duplicate or something like that. So that's why I did that. Any questions? So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to do a join. So I've gotten the first table. I've gotten my second table. I've now gotten the last table. So I'm just going to do a join between the two of them. So I will then say select all from my new table. I'll give it an alias of as user, or I'll just say as US. I would say you should join. This is my new table, so I'll just say this is my second table. As plan. Where am I joining it? On us.id equal to plan.owner.id. Then I'll say join my next table. This is my next table. So my next table is also a subquery. I'll say as, oh, is this my next table? Oh, no, this is my next table. Sorry about that. Control V, as save on, okay, there's no connection between, sorry about that, there's no connection between the customer table and the savings table except with plan. So I'm supposed to start with plan first. So I'll just copy plan here. Actually copy it to the side. Control C. I'm going to paste it here. I'll copy customer table to the side. Control X. Going to paste it here. So it will now be on plan dot ID, owner ID equal us.id. Then join this as save on plan.id equal what? Save.plan ID. And so this is my new table. And then I'm going to display it. It's going to come up like this. Now, this ID and this owner ID is the same thing. This ID and this plan ID is the same thing. So we want to remove them. So we want to say, I'm going to leave plan.id. I will leave plan.owner.id. Owner ID. I'm going to leave actually is regular. I think I'll just leave this. Also say is a fund, then total deposit. Okay, so I would say save dot total deposit. I'll say save dot total deposit. Right. Oh, I forgot first name, last name. So I can then say concat. Actually, I'm supposed to do the concatenate thing. So let me just do the concatenate. I'll just say name, and I'll just say I'll concat this. I'll say concat as name. So yeah. So I'm still going to run this again. Okay. Yep. So I have this. So the question now is, do I have Hmm. This is interesting. Oh, so different. I have duplicates. So for this one is for investment, and this one is for investment. This one is for saving. So this is fine. So what I can then do now is to say, I want to then sum this guy. I also want to sum this guy. I also want to sum this as well. So what I can then do is to say, hmm, let me see. Okay, what I can then do is to use maybe a CTE, a common table expression, and do this. Then I can say select ID, owner ID. Yeah, I think that is what it is. We have ID. Oh, I don't even need ID actually. Oh, I don't need ID again. Okay, I don't need ID. I just need the owner ID. I'll see name, then I'll see sum of is underscore regular underscore saving. Is it savings? I will now say as savings count. Then I'll see uh, sum of is a fund as investment is investment count. Then the last one will be sum of total deposit as total deposit. As total deposit. Okay, so I'll just take this down here. Maybe take this down here. Right. So I'll then say from CTE, then I'll say group by owner ID, then name. Then I can then run my CTE. Oops. Okay, then. So you can then see what we then have. For this total deposit, remember is in Kobo, right? So what do we do? We'll just say we'll divide this by 100, right? 1 naira is 100 kobo, right? So we can then do a format.
Yes.
Yeah, so we can then do a format here. 1 naira is 100 kobo. Then we would say comma n0 this, then we are done. Yep. Oh, you didn't do this very well. Yep, so we are done. Then we'll then do our run our CTE again, and you can see that. Okay, so I'm supposed to do a did I do this correctly? I think I'm supposed to do something like this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this by like this. Divide by 100 like this. Then for this, I'll just do the formatting. I'll do the sum, then do the formatting. This makes sense. Yep, I think. Okay, so it didn't format very well. I wonder why. Supposed to format, but it's not formatting well. Oh, sorry, I'm formatting something. I'm formatting something else. Sorry about that. I'm supposed to format the total deposit. I'm formatting something else. No wonder I was looking for interesting stuff. I was formatting something else. Sorry about that. Aha, so I can then see what the result looks like. So this person have done has 21 count of savings, 13 count of investment, and they have about 79 million total deposits. Uh, a hundred and 81 again. And we can then do a like a order by if we want order by maybe total deposit if we want in what in descending order if we want. Then run it again. We can limit it to maybe 5 users if we want. Oh, this is not going well. Descending order is supposed to be from, yeah, it's something is wrong, but I don't know what is wrong, but something is wrong. Or we can do it by savings count if we want in descending order. I think I'll just do this. Oh, not going to. We're saying that savings count doesn't know savings count. Okay, let me do is savings count. Sorry. Yep. So we can then see something like this. Anywho, this is the solution to the first question. So I'm going to can you guys hear me? Any questions?
Yes, we can hear you, but the meeting link will end soon.
Yeah, I would get let's not bother about that. Let it take 1 more minute. Let's be on the edge. So do you have any questions? No question, yes question regarding this. Any question you don't understand, you understand. Mr. Lancelot, Idayat, you've been going on and off. Idewu, any questions?
None from me. I believe I will just have to study the code so that I can really understand.
So one thing I can tell you guys is don't try to you want to write everything at once. Try to understand it, break it down into pieces. Then you can then join them together. Mr. Abiola, what do you want to say?
So actually, when I was doing this task, I had difficulty in locating the primary key in user ID and the plan ID because the plan table had its own ID, it had owner ID. But what helped me was that I used like Control F from the user ID and now use it on the plan table. But normally, if you don't want to do that, you want to know the key that are related because in the schema at this left hand section, I was also seeing owner ID marked user like multiple ID. So how do you know which particular ID from one table correlates to the
Aside the
computer
fact
ID.
that they told you, aside the fact they told you,
No, they didn't tell them. I
look at
didn't.
you. They gave you a hint.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Let's assume that they did not tell you. Let me show you. Go to database, click on it, go to reverse engineer, click on it, just click on next. Okay, it's asking me for password. Let me enter my password. Click on next. Which database you want to use? The current database, right?
Yes.
Click on next, next, next. My PC is fast, so this thing is looking fast. Can you see the schema? Unfortunately, they did not create the keys. Oh, I think they did. It's just that it's just too long. This is the primary key. This is for plans. They are supposed to show the keys. Oh God, they did not do that. Oh, interesting stuff. I don't know why they didn't do that. This is interesting. Oh boy, they didn't do that too. I don't know how they created. They created the primary. Oh, no, no. Don't think this is correct. Let me just leave it. But this is not correct. They are supposed to actually create the they are supposed to create the relationship, and for some reason I can't find it here. But usually is to find all of those things in the schema, the entity relationship diagram, but I can't find it here. Interesting stuff. But usually
So,
you can always find it there.
so it doesn't create by itself like the way Power BI does.
It look at it now. If you look at all of these, you know that these are
Yes, I could see it, but when you went to the schema, normally Power BI has this way of
no. You have to go
correlating.
and create the again. You know they will not naturally not do that. You have to go and create. But you can also see the keys here, the foreign keys here. Does that make sense? So you can
So
see
now
that
but which one correlates to the other? You might not know when there are multiple. That's what I'm trying to say.
they already showed you.
I know in the hints they showed, which I didn't even take
So
note
you
of
are
that.
supposed to check that. But if you want to, if you choose this, so if I click on this particular table, you can see anything that you see that is highlighted here is something. I could just right click and go to inspect table inspector, and I'll go to foreign keys. Oh, this doesn't have a foreign key. This is weird. It's supposed to have a foreign key, but I'm surprised that it doesn't. This is a primary key. Aha. Why is this related? This is not supposed. Okay, no. Hold on. Oh, this doesn't have a foreign key. The customer. But let me go to the plan. The plan should have. Let me cancel this. Go to the plan. If I go to foreign key, I'm supposed to see foreign key here. I don't know why I'm not seeing foreign key here, but I'm supposed to see foreign key here. I guess that they did not design this stuff well. Where is the owner ID? Owner ID is supposed to be somewhere around. Hold on. Yeah, this is supposed to. Oh, they didn't design it. I don't know why they didn't do that. But you can. This is a mistake that can be corrected. They unfortunately didn't. It's either they did not design it like that, or during the course of running the SQL code, there's a mistake. Oh, they only say unique. Oh, I see. Oh, anyways, that's not a problem. So the reason why you cannot see it is because they didn't in their schema they forgot to do that.
Yeah, they didn't
So
indicate
that is not
a
a problem.
reference.
Really not a problem per se. Although it is not the best way to handle databases, you are supposed to create everything the way it is supposed to be. Let me quickly create a meet so that we can. I don't know what is wrong with my WhatsApp or my web WhatsApp, but it's not reachable. Anyways, I'll be sending you guys the meeting link soon. Let's move the next question. So the next question, I'm going to try as much as possible to be very, very fast regarding this. So the next question, they say the finance team wants to analyze how often customer transact to segment them. Frequent versus occasional users. Calculate the average number of transactions per customer per month and categorize them into high frequency, medium frequency, and low frequency. And they say anything that is greater than 10 transactions per month is high, so 10 and above. Um, 3 to 9 is medium, and low is less than or equal to 2. Hold on. Let me see if I can send this meeting this thing. I don't know. For some reason, um, hold on. For some reason, my internet is messed up today. I mean, is it my WhatsApp that is messed up today? I don't know. You guys can hear me clearly, right? So I guess it's not my internet that is the issue.
Yes, I believe it's WhatsApp. Maybe you should restart it.
Mm, the my WhatsApp on the mobile this thing is fine, but I think sometimes it has to do with the network. Okay.
Okay, maybe they don't have like WhatsApp on their system. I don't know.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So we will just quickly continue. So they said calculate average number of transaction per customer per month and categorize them into this. And they are saying you should refer to the user customer table on the savings account table, basically. So remember, the per month you are looking at date, transaction per month you are looking at the date, right? Then since it's related to the customer, you are also going to look at the owner ID. So they are saying number of transactions, right? Basically number of transactions they do. So transaction can be inflow, can be whatever it is, the number of transactions. That is what they are talking about. So again, so we will then go back to our savings table. So I can just say call savings, and we'll see our savings. What's view savings. Sorry. I'm supposed to discuss procedures today. So transaction, they want to know the kind of transactions done a month, per customer. So basically, what we can then do, we say select. Let's do this. So we have our transaction date and we have our owner ID, right? I think we have our owner ID. Then we have from savings. So we have this. Now, how then do we get the monthly transaction? Now, remember that this date is daily. How then do we get the month, right? So what we can then do is we can then say, so I think we can say date format. We get the want to then use monthly, want to convert it to month. So I'm just going to say percentage capital M dash. Can you guys hear me? My network just went off for a moment. Can you guys hear me? Can you see my screen?
Can hear you.
Yes, we can.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can hear
Yes.
you. Yes.
Yes.
Just went off for a second. What happened? So I'm going to say month underscore year. Now I would run it again and you can then see that I have converted our transaction date to month and year. Basically, what I can then do again is to do a count of every other thing. Then I'll then do group by, I'll say group by um owner ID. Then we can then do group by we do group by. So we can say group by month year. I don't think this will work. I'm curious. Ooh, so it did work. So this is basically um the uh number of transaction per customer per month. I'll just say as uh transaction per customer. I wouldn't say per month, but yeah, this number of transaction per customer per month. I'll just say transaction per customer monthly. So this is it. Now, what did they even say? Okay, so they want to know the average number of transactions. Average number of transactions per customer per month. So we've gotten the transaction per customer. Then we want to get the transaction per customer per month. How do we do that? We can then sorry, what are we also looking for again? Okay, well, we also we are supposed to look for the customer count, which is oh. Now to get the average number of customer per month, we can do let's see. This is not what I want to do, but yeah, we can actually do it. So we can create a CT, a common table expression as uh, then we'll say select, we'll say owner ID, then we'll do average of trans uh, per cost, then we'll say as transaction, we'll say average trans per month. Then from city, then we have to group by owner ID, right? CTE, then we'll have to group by owner ID. Oops. Yes. Now this is the average number of customer per transaction per month. What do we do? Okay, actually we don't even need the customer ID at it. Then they said we should then do like a uh, a categorization, right? So we are then going to categorize. We can create another city again. So we'll say with category category as, and then create another city. Then we'll say select. We can then do case, say when average. I'm going to copy this guy. Done. Yeah, because is greater or equal to 10, then high frequency. When, again, I'll paste this because I'm too lazy. When this is between 3 and 9, then medium frequency. Then if it is less than that, I'll just say else low frequency. I really don't need to specify that. Low frequency. Then I'll say end as I can say frequency category. Then I'll say from category. Then let's see what it's going to look like. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I'm supposed to say owner ID and average transaction per month. Well, I'll just do this, then I'll say comma. So you can then see we have our low, medium, and high. Then how then do we convert it to this? We'll then do a customer count, and yep. So I can still do like a CT again if I want. I can say final as then I'll just say select, say from final. Then what I can then do is my frequency category will be here. Actually, I can do it in the first place, but I just wanted to keep it. Then I'll say count owner ID. I don't know why I spell owner ID as customer count. Then the last one will be what? I will then do an average of my average transaction per month, average tran per month to be as average transaction per month. Then I'll group by sorry about this, group by frequency at at yep. Let me just bring this down just for readability and simplicity and cleanliness of code. Then I'm done. I will then highlight everything. There's another way you can write this CTU. Voila. So I'm done. If I want, I can round this up to uh, 1, and I think yeah, you can see this, right? So basically what they are looking for high frequency, you have 141 customers, you have average transaction per month of 44 transactions per month. So this is just basically categorization. Any questions? There's another way you can write this CTE. There's a cleaner way to write this. It's more confusing, but there's a cleaner way to write it. You guys want to see the cleaner way? Who wants to see the cleaner way to write
Yes, so
it?
Yes, sir.
So first CTE, right, is as we name it as CTE, right? Let me just copy. I'll say with with CTE as, then I'll enter my first code, then I'll put a comma. What's the name of the second CTE? Category. I'm gonna copy it. I'll paste it here. I'll now say sorry, that, then this second, where's my second CTE? This categorization, right? This is my this is my second CTE. I'll just paste it here. Now instead of from category, I'll say from CTE. Then I'll put a comma. Then the last CTE will be what? What is the last? The last CTE is final, right? I'll say final as. Then I'll paste my final code, which is this one, right? This guy here. Oh no, I pasted the wrong CTE. This is the final. But this is the first CTE. This is the second CTE. Yeah. Oh, I pasted the wrong. Supposed to paste this. Oh, oh, that's this. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Then as okay, this is supposed to be the final. Yeah, done. Yep. See, now just paste it as, and this final will be category. And yep, I think I am on some. Then supposed to end it. Yeah, but I don't know how I used. Oh, sorry about this. I am not supposed to use this again. I think this is done. Actually, just this done. This is category. This from city. This is from city. Oh no, this is. Oh, no wonder. This is category. This one will city. I mentioned. Okay, this is okay. Sorry, no. City. The first one. So this was mentioned here. First- Oh, oh, sorry about that. So this is supposed to be something as final. Final as then. Yep. Then I'll mention this. Wondering if why cleanliness of very yeah. So basically I'll write it as this. If I run it, this is they say it's more cleaner. I don't know if it is. But the first one is more you can understand it better. But this is like a another way of writing yours. It's very confusing. Very confusing. But this one is it's very confusing. But interesting. I think I learned this yesterday or day. Um the third question. So the third question is they want to find out all active accounts, savings or investment with no transaction in the last 1 year. So basically you should look at the plan and the savings. So last transaction, the plan. So basically the plan, you want to know if it is savings or investment. The owner ID, the plan ID. Let me just quickly write that. Let's go to, so from our plan, we need owner ID and we need ID. Then we also need is regular saving, then is fund. Is a fund from plan. Oh, is it plan or oh saving? Sorry. So this is what we need, and we want it where um is one and so on. So we can also create so I can say where is fund is not zero, or is regular is not. Then we can then do a case. for it as well, because basically this, we can then do a case for it. We can then say, from our case, we'll say when is regular is equal to 1, then enter savings. When is a fund is equal to 1, then investment. Else, just put order. Just say order. And we are not interested in orders. We just want then we are going to end it as we'll say account type, or just say type. But I like to put account type here so that it's not account type, something like yep. So when I run this like this, it's going to give me basically a category for type, right? Then what's the next one? They are talking about active transaction not more than 1 year. So what we are going to do is to get when is the last transaction for um the total, when was the last time there was transaction. So how do I do that? I'll say max, I'll say transaction date from our plan, our savings. We want to know the last transaction date in total. So this is the last transaction date on April 18, 2025. Then we want to get the maximum transaction date, the last transaction per user. When was the last time a owner did transaction? We'll now say max transaction date. We can say as last transaction. The last time a particular user did transaction from savings, then we'll then do group by owner. I don't know why I keep using this. So we'll get the last transaction date per owner, which is this. Then this our last transaction date is the last transaction date we have on the table itself. We can then copy this and add it as a subquery as a column on its own. Sorry about this. So this is as current date, which will be the current date that they did transaction. So we then have the current date. So what then do we do? We'll now do a minus, right? We'll minus both of them. So we'll then say we can create a CTE for it, or we can make this our new column. So we can say select our new table. We'll say select owner ID. I don't know why. Owner ID. Then we'll say date diff. Then we'll say between current date and what? Last transaction date. Then I'll now say from this is our new table. Always name it as an alias as transaction table. So you can just say transaction. Then we can say date difference as number of inactive days. Inactive days. So we have our number of inactive days as this. What then do we do? Then they said uh, um, 1 year. So the inactive days need to be 1 year, which is what? 365 days, right? Hello, can you guys hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, they said 365. So the number of inactive days, 365 days. We will then say we can create a CTE with CTE just for us to just again. I don't want to compound the compound it and do everything here. I'll just say with CTE. Then I'll now say select from CTE. So basically, I'll say select from CTE where number of inactive days. Oh, sorry, I said where. I can actually use having actually without me having to create this. Sorry about just having. Again, please. So I can say having number of active days is greater than 365. So I can then have, the number of days that are greater than 365. Oh, I forgot the plan ID inside this matter. I don't know why I forgot. I was supposed to say plan ID from get to here. Uh, let's plan. I don't know why I forgot about. What happened? Oh, I'm supposed to group by. Sorry. Okay. I have plan ID. You don't have plan ID. Yep. Um. What then do I need? So I can then create the inactive days. I forgot the types if why I that because I actually created a oh, about that. Can you imagine? I'm supposed to do a join with this. As I was focused on one part, I forgot the other. Okay, so I think I'm supposed to do a join with this as well. So I don't know. I was busy creating this. I forgot about uh, this guy. So I can actually create a join and say select all of these from. I'll make this a subquery as I would say plan. I'll say join. This will be my new subquery. Then do this as trans on plan dot id equal to trans dot plan id. Yep. Good. I actually don't need this is regular and this again because I was just trying to get the account type. I think it's fine. So I can actually remove this. I can just say plan ID, owner ID, the number of inactive. I can say um trans dot plan ID. I have the plan dot account type. Then I can say trans. What else again? Oh, I forgot the last transaction date. Wow. Let's see. Why didn't I add it? Oh, sorry about that. Was it last transaction? I don't even know why. I was really not focused on. Fine. Then I'll say number of. Yep, I think I am done. Huh. Yeah, so this is basically it. Then the the number of inactive days now will now be from the from the after 1 year. How many days are they inactive? So basically, I will then say I will then do a minus. I'll just say this minus 365 as inactive days. I'll say as inactivity days. Right. And so we'll just run it. Okay, then see that the this thing has changed. If I want, I can change this to just a date instead of date time by going to, I think it's date format. Yeah, date format. Just a date format, and I'll just change it. Just I'll say day, month, and year. I think I'll just do this to but if you want, you can change the month to a small letter, and so you then see to be weird and running. Yeah. If you want, you can also change the date small letter. So you see first it changed to fourth, something like this. So this is supposed to be year, month, and day. So if you put year like this, it will show you instead of 16, 2020, or it will just show you the last two. You understand? So depending on the format that you put, so if you put capital letter, it will show you the complete year. Any questions? Oh, I
No,
forgot to
no.
change to as last transaction. Again, it's really important that you focus on this thing just so that you look at the header. Not nice. Now the header is. Uh, I even forgot the owner ID. So please put owner ID here. Owner ID. Please run it and get some. Okay. So you say owner ID. Say and plan the owner ID. Run it. So basically, we've gotten the same thing as The fourth one, I'm going to send out the tutorials for that, but I think we should. It's already late. We have another point, but I'll send the tutorials for that. Um, any questions?